So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your pull.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On first down, Mahomes. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Touchdown, Bengals. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to... Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and the Jags grab it. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jags force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On first down, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw caught by his receiver Hill. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the two-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside defense.
Can't do that.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Lawrence will throw. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Rodgers looking to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Rodgers throwing here. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then...